Look, it is fantastic to see this type of event in Australia, and bringing together, I guess, all the various stakeholders within the port community that have an interest in, I guess, moving the needle on this topic within the sector. So it is great to and obviously share ideas and thoughts and network with people in that space. As obviously a forwarder, we are a big port user, so we interact with ports not necessarily on a commercial level, but it is great to see some of the background workings within the port community and the directions that are being taken to on their decarbonisation journeys, which is all really interesting stuff for us to then filter back to our customers and the networks that we work in. I'm looking forward to seeing, some of the real action that's being taken by the ports, already demonstrated by the Port of Newcastle, who are obviously facilitating this event. So really interested to see what is happening behind the doors within the ports, what are the strategies, and how they're planning and mapping the next sort of 10 to 15 years within the port community around decarbonisation. So we're very interested to see what those strategies look like and the flow on benefits that can be achieved and to the shipper network that sits, again, outside the port community. Look, we're very focused around the transparency piece as it relates to greenhouse gas emissions in supply chain. So we're very interested to understand the developments around providing that transparency to cargo owners and shipping lines. That for us is a really critical first step in understanding, firstly, the true state of emissions as we move product through global supply chains. So getting, I guess, some insight into what levels of transparency are coming. We know that port emissions will be included in the upcoming ISO standard, which will come out in the next 12 to 24 months. So there is definitely a focus being put into ports now and the emissions that they generate, whether that be via transshipment hubs or whatnot. So that is probably a focus for us, is to understanding what levels of transparency are coming from the ports around emissions and what are they doing about that. I think the challenges, based on what I've seen at the conference so far, will be around willingness to be transparent and understanding the business case around being transparent and without, I guess, real regulatory pressure, understanding how to develop that business case and how to talk to their customers about it. So I think that's probably the biggest hurdle for the ports to jump is, yeah, understanding that business case, which won't necessarily come from a regulatory perspective. It'll be based on their customers' needs and working with their customers and therefore their suppliers around what that, I guess, progress needs to look like. And that's, again, outside the port and transport sector is widely known now that investors will be looking very closely at the sustainability objectives of organisations and funding around that. And that's sort of been a big movement in the last sort of 5 years on the back of the TCFD. So I get the sense that perhaps that's not really bitten, if that's the right way to put it, yet within the port community, but we can certainly see that will be coming.